Good. Well, welcome to Investing, the PowerTrade. My name's Ted Posobiec. So let's get started here. Take a look at the disclaimer here. This is for educational purposes only. There is risk in trading, and you can lose your money trading. So don't trade money you can't afford to lose. PowerTrade trading format. Let's go through what this is all about. 20-minute trading session on a new topic every week. Live trade for about 10 minutes around 2 o'clock. Join me in a 20-minute interactive mastermind. Is the microphone on? If your microphone if your computer has a working microphone, you may be asked to join in on the conversation during the mastermind. Your participation is very important and will help accelerate your learning curve. Each mastermind includes wins. Tell us about your best trades of the week so far. Lessons, what did you learn this week that would benefit others? Q&A. What can we help clarify that will help you be a better trader? About investing. Established in early 2009, we've helped thousands of traders like you in over 53 countries around the world. Our focus is to help you get real-world profits without risking hard-earned cash. We do that via our 6-step profitability path so you can learn virtually in a risk-free, stress-free environment. For more information on that, go to www.investing.com. About your host, me, Ted Posobiec, Chief Trading Strategist at Winvesting.com, professional day trader, primarily futures. I do also host the daily E-mini Insider Trading Room at Winvesting. Quick housekeeping notes here. Replays. We are recording this and will post the replays as soon as possible. Participate. Your active participation will help you reinforce what you have learned here. Suggest. Send topics to, if you have a topic you'd like to go over, send it to support@winvesting.com. So send your topics for future power trades to support@winvesting.com. If we use your suggestion for a power trade topic, you'll get a free month of our bronze membership, normally $29, with no auto renew and no strings attached. So go to www.investing.com if you have something you'd like to go over. Before we get started, if you're risking your own money in the market, stop. Learn how to trade other people's money with a prop firm. We recommend Top Step Trader. You can get funded for up to $150,000 in your trading account. We've done it, and our students have done it also. I just had one of my other students pass his yesterday. He is now a funded trader. You keep 80% of the profits with zero risk. Go to www.investing.com, OPM, for more information. Training, the multiple monitor trader, how to set up your optimal trading environment. Overview, why the pros use multiple monitors, my trade computers, what I have on each monitor, why size matters, how to add more screens, the pros and cons of using multiple monitors. Examples of a multiple monitor setup. You have your, mine is similar to this for my 6 screens that I have on this particular computer. I have separate stands for each set of 2 so that if I need to go bigger at some point, at least that was my thought when I went that route. That's just one single stand holding 6 monitors. Examples of some more examples. Here's a 4-monitor setup. And this would be sweet. I used to have 12 monitors that I watched. I'm down to 6 on one computer and 4 on another. But I had 6 and 6, and it was something. Not quite like this, but that does look like my my setup right there. You have 6 monitors on the right and 4 on the left. That's pretty much what mine looks like right there. Why pros use multiple monitors? Having multiple monitors lets you easily see the big picture of the market. You can show many charts at once rather than switching back and forth. Using one monitor, even 2 monitors, you have several different workspaces, and you would be swapping from one workspace to another to watch a particular market. I did that for a little while, probably a year before I started gathering stuff up. And I did it slowly. Added 1, then I added 2, and I just kept adding them until I got to a certain range where I liked, and then started taking some down. I trade 9 markets, and then sometimes there's more. It just depends. CL, oil, gold, NQ, ES, NG, ZB, and more. Sometimes there will be 6E, 6Y, 6J. The other day I accidentally I was watching the market, RB, and I put a trade on that. That's gasoline. So if I'm watching something, I like to have the charts up where I can see. So I look at both minute chart and tick charts for several of them. I may have a dozen charts open at one time. Right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 charts open up on this this setup here. In addition to my charts, I watch the market analyzer. This is a tool in NinjaTrader. Most of you already know what that is. I may have Skype open to trade with friends. That would be done after I'm done trading on after 10 o'clock, 10:30, somewhere around there, or on my week that I'm not trading in a webinar. I also have GoToWebinar. Like I have one screen is designated for the GoToWebinar. On that particular screen, it'll have the market analyzer, GoToWebinar, so I can see the questions. 6E is Euro, Yen, and 6Y. I think I misspoke there. 6Y. 6J is Japanese. 6E, the Euro, and 6C would be the Canadian. It's Forex stuff. Money. One or two other things depending on the market. It just depends on what that one particular screen. I'm going to be going into what is all on the screen there itself. Usually it's not anything more than that. I may have news up, and that would get put on that screen there if I'm looking at it, but that is only up for a short period of time. I do not have a news feed coming in. I don't listen to any of that, but you may want to do that. Like it's some people may like to watch CNBC or another show site on the screen, or maybe watching another trade room. That's where you'd have the GoToWebinar or whatever they're there to have on that one designated screen. If you're a beginning level trader, I don't recommend you trading more than 3 markets at one time, in which case you'll probably only need 1 or 2 monitors. So really I would rather you see you trade 1 market, 2 at the most, and your 3 would be okay, but I think that's pushing it. It doesn't give you enough time to learn that particular market. So 1 to 3, If you break it down like how I do it, I'll trade gold at a certain from X time to X time, NQ from X to X, CL from X to X in the morning. So I could get away with 2 screens if I did that. Master those 1 to 3 markets first. Then as you start to trade more markets, you'll know when you need more monitors. My main trading computer, when I ordered this particular computer that I'm using right now, I wanted to hook up 8 monitors. So it came with 4 separate video cards. Each video card holds 3 connections, VGA, DVI, and a HDMI. 4 cords with the 3 connectors here, I'm able to hook up 12 monitors on this particular computer without using USB ports. I have used 8 monitors on this computer, but have since then dropped to 6. I had a lot, there was 12 altogether, but I found that I didn't need that much. It was just too much of an overload. My secondary computer, on my secondary trade computer, I can hook up 6 monitors because each video card has a video card has 3 ports, VGA, DVI, and HDMI. Before I got what I have now as my main trading computer, I was able to hook up 12 monitors to that computer, even though it only had 6 ports to hook up to. And I did that for well over a year. I used the 6 ports on the video cards, 2 cards at that time for each port again. It was good for 6 monitors. I used the USB to VGA adapter to get me the other 6 that I wanted. Here's an example of the VGA. I went over this a little bit during the traveling trader. Used the same thing on my laptop. I had it on my main computer here before I used it on a laptop. I take that back. I had the laptop first, and then I swapped it over when I thought I needed more screens. Yeah. The question is, did I purchase my trading computer from a company which are good? Yes. Eddie Z is who I got mine from. I really like them. Going to what I have on my monitors, the top row, this would be the top left, 3 charts. I have NQ on a 1-minute chart and a 610 chart, and a 1 minute on ES. So that would be what's up in my top left corner. The top center, 3 to 4 charts. I'll have a gold GC minute and a 610 and a ZB, and that would be a minute chart. Sometimes I have a ZB with a tick chart up also, but I like to try to keep 3 charts on one screen. The main ones, the ones that I'm looking at on a minute chart, I'm looking for volume spikes. The minute chart, like NQ with a minute chart and the 610, I look at both of those. Those are my 2 main ones, and then the ES would be, hey, if I see something going on there, I'm going to grab it. The top center, again, like same thing with the ZB, but sometimes I like to put the tick chart in there so there'll be 4 up there at one time. And I'm going to go over one of the screens and how I would set that up. I'll show you guys how I set it up. The top right, 2 charts, 2 610 charts of other markets I may be testing. And the bottom row, bottom left, NinjaTrader control panel, market analyzer, along with GoToWebinar and GTW chat. That's all here. That would be like the names here, the chat, so I can see what's going on. The bottom center, 2 to 4 charts. This is my main trading screen. When I'm not hosting the trading room, I only have 2 charts on this particular screen. Does that make sense? In the bottom right, I put 2 to 4 markets on that particular chart so I can see what all the markets that I trade are doing in a single glance. That would be a 4-on-1 chart. I'll have 2 of those. So I can take a glance at that one chart and see what else is going on. Do I need so many monitors? No, I could get by with 3 monitors and work with that very well. That would just mean I wouldn't have as many markets open, which sometimes I shouldn't. But that's why I could get by with 3 monitors. When I'm on the road, I trade on my laptop with just 1 or 2 monitors. Sometimes I host at hotels. I use their TV as a second monitor, using the USB. If I have to, usually they have a hookup on your laptops to let you have monitors. Having 6 monitors means less switching charts back and forth and less messing with the Windows layout, so I can focus more on the markets and not miss trades. Why size matters. Most of my monitors are 23-inch. There was a reason for that. I do have one 26-inch monitor, and this is my main trading screen. This is the in the bottom center of the 6-screen setup. The reason why I put the 26 is so that when I have 4 charts on it, and mainly it's just for trading in a room session like this. I do like the 26-inch monitor. I can see things a little better on it. If I had 3 of those, it would be nice, but I think it's too big. I recommend monitors that are 24-inch or smaller. If your monitors get too big, bigger than 24, it increases the amount of head movement, moving right to left to see everything, and it can get distracting from your trading, especially if you have more than 6 monitors. That's right now with my setup, and you've seen that setup with the guy that had 6 and 4. Well, the way that the desk is set up here, I have to turn, and I'm turning away from what I should be watching unless there's markets on that other set of screens. That's why I got away with using so many monitors. And once you start going over 24-inch, you get, I know a couple guys have 2 screens at maybe 30-inch, which that would be fine too. But if you have 4 or 6 of those, you know, you're looking up, you're looking down. It really can get stressful, and you're going to miss more than what you're seeing than you want to that you want to see. You want to watch your charts, you want to see what's going on in it, but you don't want to take your. I want to be able to see everything in one glance. When I look at my screen, as far to the right and left, I can see the screens as if I'm looking straight forward. So when I get a glance, I can see something jump up if NQ takes a shot to the upside. I can see that in the corner of my eye. No, I just use a regular screen. Whatever you can pick up at Home Depot. They're a lot of them are HP LV 2311. I have several of those. So those are 23-inch screens. Is the ISP, is that the one that is curved? I wanted some of those, but I heard real bad things about them. I have it on Windows 8, Windows 7, and 10. I use them on both. I like it better on 7 than I do 10. Then no, I don't use the IPS. If they're just regular, I don't know, just regular monitors. They don't carry the heat like the old ones used to. When adding additional screens, you must check to make sure that the monitors have the same connectors as your computer does. For example, VGA to VGA, HDMI to HDMI, etc. That's what you want to make sure. You must also have the appropriate cables. Here's the VGA. Most desktops and laptops, PCs have enough dedicated video ports to connect at least 2 external monitors. Most of them now that I've seen anyway have 3. They'll have the DVI, HDMI, and the VGA. The display port mainly on laptops from what I've seen. If you run out of dedicated video ports, VGA, HDMI ports, and so on, you can use your USB port. Most monitors do have, most monitors don't have USB port for video, so you can use USB port on your computer if you need to. They do make monitors that hook straight up to the USB. I have had those. I have traveled with them. USB monitors. They're not usually very big, but it does help. 1, use a USB to X adapter where X is matching the video port on your monitor, VGA, HDMI. Matching the cables connect to the adapter is also very important. How to add more screens. No, technology changes daily, so do your homework before buying any equipment. Now that you know how to connect to monitors, you'll need monitor stands, so you can place the monitors where you can see them easily and use them all at once. I like the stands that hold 2 monitors at one time on top of each other. That's exactly what I have right there. I have 5 of those right now, and I have had monitors mounted to the wall also. Here's another set for 4 and 6. Usually the monitors must be 24 inches smaller, so that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I do like Falcon computers. I did not buy any from them, Joe, but Falcon makes a good computer. Google 2 monitor stands, 4 monitor stands, or 6 monitor stands, depending on your preference. For more than 6 monitors, you'll generally need to combine 2 multiple monitor stands, for example, 4 monitor stands and a 6 monitor stands to get a 10 monitor display. That's totally up to you. When I went and bought mine, I went to physically look at one, and I liked the way that it was built. They don't move around, and I can take the base off. I can take the base off here and mount it to the desk itself. I have 2 of them that way, and the other 3 are on the stands itself, and I can move them wherever I like. But 2 of them are permanently mounted to the desk. I still have the stand base just in case I need to move those elsewhere. Check pricing at Amazon. I did buy some through Amazon and eBay. Check your local PC store. Usually it's ones that do repair. They have had them. I have found them in secondhand shops also. Pros and cons of multiple monitors. Pros, you can see the bigger picture of the overall market, what it's doing. You can trade multiple markets for more efficiently. You can easily see which markets have correlation and which markets are leaders versus the followers, and make a better buying and selling decision. The cons. Too many charts can be distracting and keep you from focusing on your trades. Keep that in mind. Information overload leads to an analysis paralysis. We all know what that is. They do also take up more desk space. The costs are higher, both the upfront cost in buying equipment along with the electricity cost. So keep that in mind. I want to show you what I've got here for a 4-chart setup, and I'll go through different setups. Don't worry about what the market is, but I want to escape here. What time is it? 57. Let's go to CL. I need to get this out of my way. This would be a 4 that's set up CL on a minute chart and a 610, and gold minute and 610. Let's go through this trade and I'll show you what I want to do with, see if we can get a trade here. 2 o'clock. Get rid of these lines here. Should have a time trade indicator on here, but I see I must have disabled it for some reason. It's okay, I can draw the lines. I'm up 111.25 as of right now. Got 45 seconds. I think this is going to pull back and probably drop. Tighten that up quick. I think it's going to come down. Robert is saying that not all computers will handle 3 monitors, even if it does have 3 ports. He's absolutely right. You have to check into that. All of mine do. All my desktops have that capability. Yeah, this is moving pretty slow. I don't want to risk too much here. Still has a good chance of getting that 50% retracement here. Come on. There we go. Puts me at 119.25 for today. Time trade at 2 o'clock. Came right up to the 50%. Looks like it might come down, push up a little bit, and then watch for it to come down. Do have another level here. Could get up into the my zone here. And the 50% did pull back a little bit, not much. Anyway, let's go back to what I do is get everything side by side. This is what I like to have. So if you're going to go with a 3 monitor setup, this is with a 4 on 1 chart. This is how I have that set up. If I'm using 3 charts on the chart on the screen, I'm going to take the main one that I want to look at would be this right here, and then I'm going to set these 2 up smaller. I might even go a little bit in. I have traded a 1-minute chart here, 30-minute chart, and a 15 or lower. So you can have your 3 charts up like this, your slower one for longer term, your mid-range, and your fast chart. And I always try to trade off the fastest chart possible, which is usually my 1-minute chart. So I do trade off the tick chart also. But right now I've cut back on watching that many, so I like the minute chart and the 610 chart. So in the upper right hand corner, I may even go, it just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm using 3 charts and they could all be the same market across here, but I'm testing. I want to see what the 1-minute chart is. I might have a 5-minute and then a tick chart, and I will set them up like this, and that would be what I'm looking for a test. The minute chart, 5-minute chart, minute chart. I like to have to the right for the most part. The faster minute chart and a tick chart, and I want to see a correlation in what's going on here. 2 chart setup, of course, would be like this. A minute chart and a 610 chart. That's all I want to see. If I'm not testing anything, or I open up one of my other workspaces, I'll have 2 screens that have something on it, and the 3rd screen has the market analyzer, and I want to see what my control panel. I like to keep this open. That doesn't have to be that big. The only thing that I'm looking at here is I want to see this connection. If that goes red or starts going yellow, I have that up so I can see that all the time. That's the way I like to have my charts. Then I don't have the 4-on-1 on this. I shut them down because I need to make some new ones. But I'll have 1 chart here that'll have CL. Let's go ahead and make one. Tools, workspace. You can look in the videos and find how to make them. Oops, remove that. CL, gold, RB, and natural gas. Let's use those. And I already have a chart set up for that. at 6:10, and I like to have that either a 1 minute or 5 minute. And let's go to 5 minute chart. And I'll change the candles out. I don't know why it keeps doing that to something else. I'll have two of these. The other one will have NQES, possibly YM, and ZB. So those are off to my left. Does that, I hope that's clear. Again, I wouldn't go with too big of monitors. If you use two real big over 24, then you're pretty good with that. I'll find my slides again. Wins, Mastermind, the part 3, wins, lessons, Q&A. What's your best trade so far this past week? If you have a microphone, let me know, and I'll unmute you. Otherwise, type it into the chat box. Well, you could probably pretty much see that the trade I just took, that's my best one out of the whole week. Everything else has been the same. I have not really had a big run. Yesterday morning I was on, and I did get, I got on at 3 o'clock and took gold and CL trades at 3 a.m. in the morning, and that was about the best I got. Everything else has been pretty slow. This here was from a few weeks ago, and that was inventory. Today with the inventory, I didn't do too well on today. I got 3 ticks and then got stopped out 4. So I lost $10 on that. Did get in several times after that to get back my loss that I had made just prior to that trade opening. But everything has been 3, and this morning, GC at after 8:30, it was okay. The news didn't really come up too good. Is that where you did your best trade is what you're saying? Let's see. Vic. I kept wanting to short it. I know I shorted it several times this morning. It got stuck sideways. Seemed like forever, right into here. And finally it took off. No, that was nice. During the news, it didn't really do too much. It just seemed to me that it was slow, and I couldn't catch my, I couldn't catch what I was looking for at the time. You got 25 ticks. Very good. Yep, trend trade. I know I was looking at the London swing in 610 on that particular setup. Very good. Good job. Anybody else? Ten ticks on what? A 110 tick chart? No. 610 chart, 233 chart. Sometimes I'll have that on a something on a 233 tick chart. That's about as low as I go. I have traded 133. Well, it's a little too quick. What did you learn this week that would benefit other traders? If you have a microphone, let me know, and I'll unmute you. Otherwise, type it into the chat box. I'm going to show you what I learned. I did take the CL trade at oil inventory, but watching the past several weeks, I'm glad I had the short stop. And this is basically like what I've seen for a few weeks here. So what I'm going to do from for a while is I'm going to start sitting back and not taking the trade until after 10:30. The market moved up, and I got my 3 ticks and then taken out by 1. I want to see this go all in one move. And recently it hasn't been doing that since it was last month where it started doing this. I want to see the move like this candle right here. Bang, all one shot. When I go back in, I'll watch it for a while. And it doesn't mean that I have to sit here and watch it. I can watch it after it's done, later on in the day or even the next morning. It's setting up a pattern, and it's repeating itself over and over, all the way up until 5 weeks maybe. I've had a pretty good winning streak with it. When I've traded it, there has been days that I wasn't able to trade it. I broke even last week, but I haven't lost that much trading it. So when I start seeing once I start seeing the market going back to where I want it to, what I like to see, I will go back in and start trading it live. But today was the last day I'm going to trade this live until I start seeing the pattern going. When that breaks out, I get the whip. You know, you can get whipped out, but I really wanted to see this candle just shoot right on down, or one way or the other. And it just lagged. It was garbage for me. So that's what I've learned, and that was something that I've seen in the past, and seeing it again here. So I'm going to go ahead and just sit back and take it one step at a time here. I don't mind getting 3 and 6 ticks, but it's too much of a risk. I want it all now. Yeah, everybody does. Well, let me know what you've learned this week. I learned that it's really hot up in the attic also when it's 104 degrees out. make sure you have everything ready and available to go up and do what you're going to do, any kind of work, so you're not running back and forth. What did you learn this week that could benefit other traders? If you have a microphone, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to head on to the next section here. Hey, thanks, Sammy. Great webinar on equipment. Thanks. Welcome. What can we help clarify that'll help you be a better futures trader? If you have a microphone, let me know. I'll unmute you. Otherwise, type it into the box. Easy trading computers. Somebody mentioned another one. I can't remember. I know I looked at them. Falcon. I don't know if it's all necessary to go that route. What I did like about who I got mine from was if I have a problem, and I've only had one problem with any one of my computers, there's a phone number on it, and you get tech support from them. Real good, never had a problem with anything there on the tech support, and then when I had to repair, I knew who to go to. Quarter of the week. It's always the sorry about that. I lost my microphone. Not microphone, my headset. Batteries went dead in it. That's why I keep a couple on hand, sitting in the back. Hey, thanks, Lynn. Gotta go. I understand it. Hey, the next step here, where to go from here? Review your notes, take action on at least one thing you've learned. Visit us at www.investing.com and check out the profitability path. Send in your feedback and suggestions for future trade episodes. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Everybody have a great day, great weekend coming up. Cannot believe it's almost October. Have a good one.